Hello, I'm Mark Blunden and this is the Standard's Tech and Science Daily. Coming up, the latest on that very expensive lunar mission. But first, parents were left furious and considerably underwhelmed after a Willy Wonka-themed experience in Glasgow used artificial intelligence software to generate a magical world on screen. But it turned out IRL to be a bare warehouse with a few lacklustre props, a small bouncy castle, and not many sweets for the children. Police were called to Willy Wonka's chocolate experience, in no way affiliated to the Timothée Chalamet film, as parents demanded refunds. Event organisers later admitted using AI to create a highly fictional view of what visitors could expect. Next, staying with AI, and a sentient digital Armageddon is coming. But which piece of super software will rule the world when the robots take over? The Standard set up a duel between two of the biggest names in conversational artificial intelligence to see who would win a debate. Sandboxed ChatGPT or Google's web-connected Gemini. The Standard's SEO editor Dan Cody inputted the rival AIs with each other's responses, setting them to work with the question of which is better for humanity. Here's what ChatGPT said, voiced by a human colleague, not the bot itself.
Real-time access is indeed valuable, but the depth and nuance of understanding that I provide can be equally crucial, especially in scenarios where the context and depth of knowledge matter more than immediacy. For example, understanding the broader implications of news events by drawing on historical context.
And Google Gemini's response.
While your creative prowess is undeniable, I offer humans a crucial edge in today's fast-paced world: real-time information access. Imagine needing immediate analysis of a breaking news story or seeking the latest scientific discoveries. I can use a direct connection to up-to-date data.
It's all very cordial for now, isn't it? And Dan sums up the face-off.
Our experiment had been thwarted by Gemini's apparent need to collaborate rather than conflict. Does that mean that ChatGPT wins? Not really. In this specific situation, it was just better able to follow instructions.
It comes after Gemini's image generator was pulled, and Tech and Science Daily asked the AI why, which it said was due to inaccurate historical depictions and potential for misuse. Next, it's probably the most expensive set of photographs ever taken and the most work done to get them. NASA's Odysseus moon mission by Houston-based Intuitive Machines was hobbled after crash landing and toppling onto its side. It's managed to beam back some photos to mission control during descent, but without undertaking its primary mission. Now Odysseus will die slowly when sunlight can no longer reach its solar panels to give power. America's first lunar trip since 1972 had planned for Odysseus a tall cylinder-shaped craft to drill into the moon, collect samples and analyse them for signs of water. Now, PlayStation is to shut down its London studio and slash 900 jobs as part of a wave of redundancies across the globe. The Sony-owned video games giant is cutting roles in its gaming division across the globe. The London studio, founded in 2002 and based in Sony's Soho office, will close entirely after becoming known for the SingStar series of games. Now, the Home Office is investigating after faulty mobile phone data is believed to have been used as evidence in criminal cases for over a year. The Evening Standard reveals concerns convictions could be challenged and upcoming trials delayed after network provider O2 told police chiefs there were concerns about the accuracy of information it was providing to forces. The bug relates to a phone's unique IMEI number, leading to fears information presented to juries about calls a defendant made or received, or their location, may be incorrect. O2 says it's prioritised fixing the matter, while the National Police Chiefs Council says it's written to forces warning about potentially unreliable data. Let's go to the ads. Stay there for more news from the world of tech and science, plus the hand-sized drone scanning Japan's nuclear meltdown plant. Why not hit follow in the meantime and give us a rating. Welcome back. The government's been urged to do more to ensure prisoners cannot share videos and photos on social media to brag about their crimes from behind bars. Amid a call for tougher laws, the Commons heard one murderer had made a TikTok video in which he raps about his sentence, implying that it is not serious. Justice Minister Edward Argar said the Ministry of Justice invested in a digital media investigations unit to deal with incidents. However, Argar said he was increasingly concerned by photos and videos from custody being shared on social media, and listed several cases where big tech companies had not replied to requests for content to be removed. Next, a tiny drone that fits into the palm of a hand flew inside one of the damaged reactors at Japan's wrecked Fukushima nuclear plant in the hope it can examine some of the molten fuel debris in areas where earlier robots failed to reach. Tokyo Electric Power Company Holdings also began releasing the fourth batch of the plant's treated and diluted radioactive wastewater into the sea. The government and TEPCO claim the water is safe and the process is being monitored by the International Atomic Energy Agency, but the discharges have faced strong opposition from fishing groups. A magnitude 9 earthquake and tsunami in March 2011 destroyed the plant's power supply and cooling systems, causing 3 reactors to melt down. And finally, paleontologists led by Utrecht University have unearthed an ancient giant crab on a New Zealand beach, and it's the largest ever found. The new species, related to the modern-day southern giant crab, was discovered buried beneath Waitoto Beach on New Zealand's North Island, found in sediment believed to be 9 million years old. The 6-inch claw was buried in a layer deposited by a volcanic eruption. Estimates suggest the crab would have lived up to a third of a mile down in ancient seas. You're up to date. Come back at 4 p.m. for the latest news, interviews and analysis from the Standard podcast here in London, and we'll be back on Thursday at 1 p.m.